For centuries, the red wines of Bordeaux have been considered to be the greatest in the world. And because of that, many regions, as they are starting to make wine for the first time, try to replicate those styles of wines. The red grape varietals for Bordeaux are primarily Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc, and to a lesser degree, Petit Verdot and Malbec and Carmenere. We have quite a few Bordeaux varietals at Cooper's Hawk. We have, of course, our Cabernet Sauvignon, and because of the success of the wines of Bordeaux, Cabernet Sauvignon is actually the most widely planted red grape in the world today. You actually find this all over the world and almost always blended along with these other classic Bordeaux grape varietals. Cabernet Sauvignon on its own has a lot of structure, a lot of weight, dark color, a lot of power. I always say in a blend that Cabernet Sauvignon is what gives the wine its shoulders. Again, it's that structure, it's the thing that everything else sort of hangs on. And this wine is gorgeous. Typical notes for Cabernet Sauvignon are a lot of dark fruit, blackberry and black currant, and then you get a lot of these undertones of tobacco and baking spices that come from the oak aging. The next wine I'm going to taste is our Merlot, and this is another very common grape varietal used in Bordeaux blends. And like I said, if Cabernet Sauvignon is the shoulders of the blend, Merlot is the hips. This is what gives the wine its roundness, its fleshiness, its juiciness. Merlot is gorgeous. It has all these really beautiful plummy cocoa flavors. And again, this real lushness, this voluptuousness that is really delicious as a contrast to the power of Cabernet Sauvignon. The next wine that I'm going to taste is our BDX2. This is our wine of the month. And this is a wine that was created in honor of Bordeaux and these classic Bordeaux blends. So our BDX2, classic Bordeaux blend in that it combines many of the different varietals you find in Bordeaux. Cabernet Sauvignon, again, the shoulders of the wine with Merlot, the hips, all that lushness. The other things in this wine are Cabernet Franc, which I really love because it adds this really beautiful herbal undertone to the wines and this really soft, silky texture. And then the other thing that's in this is Malbec, which you don't see a whole lot of in Bordeaux these days, but Malbec is really wonderful in a Bordeaux blend because it adds a lot of color and really saturated deep purple color and lots of berry flavors. That is delicious. Really beautiful dark fruit, and it's almost like these are like the solo act and this is the band, starting to see all of those players come together into a wine and giving you this symphony of flavors. And that's one that's just going to keep on improving with age as well. So the next wine is our Lux Meritage. Now, Meritage is, first of all, it's one of the most mispronounced words in the world of wine. It's pronounced Meritage, not Meritage. And Meritage is a made-up word. It's a cross between the words merit and heritage. And it was a word that was created to designate the wines that were made in the style of Bordeaux, these Bordeaux-style blends made in the New World. And our Meritage actually combines 5 of the Bordeaux grape varietals. It has Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Malbec in it. Our Lux Meritage is also made by aging it in brand new American oak barrels. So really high quality wine. And that is delicious. Really beautiful, lots of power, and you really get the flavors of that new oak barrel on it. All that vanilla and sweet baking spice, and you get that cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. That's all coming from the oak barrels. But also the power of the Cabernet Sauvignon, giving it lots of structure and weight, and the lushness of the Merlot, along with all those other players. That is a world-class wine. So cheers to Bordeaux and to Cooper's Hawk.